What exactly counts as a rare specimen of NFTs?
Sure. I think rare specimens, at least how we categorize it, are traits that are less than 1% of a collection. That's specifically for what we term as PFP projects, which act as like profile pictures or avatars. But there are one of ones that are obviously super rare. I think ones that are older from an OG perspective, I guess is the terminology in the crypto sphere, those categorized as rare as well.
So what prompted you to start the fund? What's the end goal here?
Well, the end goal for this particular vehicle is to acquire the rarest specimen of NFTs. And so I think for us, we really look at this like an era in time where we're shifting from Web 2.0 to Web 3.0. So to some degree, the assets that we're acquiring have historical significance. So there's some antiquity aspect of it that we really like in the acquisition.
How do you see this helping artists have more ownership over their creations?
Well, again, this kind of traces back to this idea of Web 2 to Web 3, and using big tech as an example in Web 2, all of our data is really getting harnessed, repackaged, and sold, whether it be by Facebook, Google, or whoever who are kind of tracking what we do on the web. And in Web 3, we really have this sort of decentralized system that allows the creator to actually benefit off of the activity that they're doing on the web. And so from that aspect, the value actually goes to the creator, to the participant. I think that's where the world is shifting.
You had a $1.1 million pilot fund earlier this year, and you actually bought, as I understand it, 31 NFTs yourself. What is the goal there? I know you want to raise $100 million. Is it going to work?
Yeah, well, the pilot fund really was designed to really kind of show investors, what the asset class was to begin with, right? I mean, I think for a lot of investors, particularly institutional investors, cryptocurrencies are still regarded as a risky investment. And so when you look at NFTs, that's even a subsection of that, right? So we really wanted to put something on the table that allowed investors to see what it was we were doing, whether it was investing in NFT-related coins, whether it was actually buying the NFTs themselves, whether it was minting NFTs. So that was kind of the goal of the pilot fund. And now when you look at the new vehicle, like I said, I think we are in a historical time as it relates to the internet. And so for us, I think the goal is to acquire the rarest specimen of NFTs that exist on the web. That's certainly the ambition.
Now, there are thousands of NFT projects. How will you cut through the noise, cut through the hype, and rise above the rest?
Well, listen, there are your typical heuristics that you would see from any sort of, venture capital fund, whether they're tracking how many Twitter users or folks who are in Discord, or what the demand is like when there's an actual drop for an NFT. We certainly look at different data points like that. But really there's more, I have to say, there's more art than science, right? That this is art to some degree, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Thinking back to like sneaker culture or your traditional collectibles, or whether you collected baseball cards or Beanie Babies or what have you. I mean, there's certainly some aspect of that here. There's something for everybody, which I think is what's so attractive about NFTs as sort of the killer app, if you will, for cryptocurrencies, right? I mean, there is something for everyone. And once you do start collecting, and I think once groups like Coinbase and FTX, who are doing their own marketplaces, make it easy for someone to acquire these NFTs and to custody them, I think we'll start to see it proliferate even more.